Have you ever wondered why it's important to greet everyone first? This question might seem trivial at first, but let's delve into the art of greeting, an age-old tradition that carries more significance than one might initially perceive. In every corner of the world, people have developed unique ways to greet one another, whether it's a firm handshake, a warm hug, a polite bow, or a friendly wave. These greetings serve as a universal language of acknowledgement and respect. They are the first threads that weave the fabric of our social interactions and set the stage for what is to come. Now, imagine being the first to extend this courtesy. The act of greeting first is like opening the door to a room filled with potential. It's an invitation, a way of saying, I see you, I acknowledge your presence, and I'm open to engaging with you. This simple act can have a profound effect on how others perceive us. Consider this scenario. You're at a social gathering, and you make the first move to greet someone. In doing so, you're immediately perceived as approachable, confident, and proactive. You've taken the reins of the interaction, setting a positive tone right from the start. This first impression is crucial, and as the saying goes, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. The act of greeting first allows you to steer this first impression in your favor. It gives you the opportunity to present yourself as someone who is not afraid to take initiative, who values the other person's presence, and who is open to meaningful connections. Greeting first is not just about being polite or following social norms. It's about taking the lead, setting a positive tone, and establishing a connection. It's a powerful tool that can shape your interactions and influence how others perceive you. So it seems like a simple gesture, but greeting first can set the tone for the entire interaction. As we delve deeper into this topic in the following scenes, we'll explore the psychology behind greeting first, its importance in professional settings, and the power of positive first impressions. Why does greeting first matter? Let's delve into the psychological aspects. The simple act of greeting first can have a profound impact on our social interactions. It's not just about being polite or following a social norm. When you greet someone first, it sends a powerful message about who you are and how you perceive the world around you. Firstly, greeting first showcases confidence. When you extend the initial greeting, it signals that you're comfortable in your own skin and not afraid to initiate interaction. You're effectively saying, I'm here, I'm confident, and I'm willing to engage with you. This confidence can be quite attractive, and it often prompts a positive response. Secondly, greeting first demonstrates proactivity. It's a small action, but it shows you're someone who takes the initiative rather than waiting for things to happen. Proactivity is a trait highly valued in many areas of life, from personal relationships to professional settings. By greeting first, you're displaying this quality in a subtle yet impactful way. Thirdly, greeting first can also be a sign of leadership. Leaders are those who guide the way, set the tone, and create a welcoming environment. When you greet first, you're stepping into a leadership role, even if it's just for a brief moment. You're setting the tone of the conversation and establishing a positive atmosphere. But the benefits don't stop there. Greeting first can also help build rapport and establish positive relations. When you greet someone first, you're essentially opening a door for a positive interaction. It's an invitation for the other person to step into a friendly conversation, which can strengthen bonds and foster goodwill. Moreover, greeting first can help ease social anxiety. By taking the initiative, you're taking control of the situation, which can reduce feelings of nervousness or unease. As you can see, greeting first isn't just about manners, it's about creating a strong, positive impression. Let's now turn our attention to professional settings. How does greeting first come into play here? In the bustling sphere of professionalism, where interactions and connections are the lifeblood of success, greeting first can indeed be a game changer. It's more than just a courteous nod or a firm handshake. It's about establishing respect, asserting your presence, and setting the tone for the conversation that follows. Imagine walking into a meeting room, a conference, or even just the office kitchen. You're the first to extend a greeting. It's a simple action, yet it speaks volumes. It conveys to the others that you respect them enough to acknowledge their presence. It's an unspoken rule, a subtle dance of manners and professionalism. Now let's talk about assertiveness. Greeting first isn't about overpowering the conversation or making it all about you. It's about showing initiative, stepping up and making your presence known. It demonstrates that you're not one to sit back and wait for things to happen. You're proactive, ready to engage, and eager to contribute. In the realm of networking, greeting first can open doors. It's the first step in building relationships, the initial contact that could lead to a meaningful connection or a fruitful collaboration. It's about making yourself memorable, leaving an impression that lasts beyond that first meeting. And let's not forget about fostering better relationships at work. A friendly greeting can break the ice, soften the edges of a tense situation, or simply brighten someone's day. It encourages open communication, promotes collaboration, and nurtures a positive work environment. So the next time you find yourself in a professional setting, be it a boardroom or a casual networking event, remember the power of greeting first. It's a simple act, but its impact can be profound. In the world of work where first impressions are critical, greeting first can make a real impact. So how powerful are these positive first impressions we keep talking about? Let's delve into this intriguing topic. First impressions are like indelible ink marks on a pristine white sheet. They're hard to erase, lasting long after the initial encounter. This is why creating a positive first impression is so important. It sets the tone for all future interactions and can significantly influence someone's perception of you. And guess what? Greeting first can play a pivotal role in shaping this perception positively. You see, when you greet someone first, you're not just saying hello. You're communicating a wealth of information about yourself. You're showing that you're confident, approachable, and respectful. You're telling the other person you're keen to engage, keen to connect. This can be incredibly powerful, especially in professional settings where first impressions matter a great deal. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at some concrete evidence. Numerous studies and research back up these claims. For instance, research conducted in the field of social psychology suggests that first impressions formed within the initial tenth of a second are unlikely to significantly change even after further interaction. Another study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that people who make a good first impression are more likely to be perceived as trustworthy, competent, and likable. Furthermore, a Harvard University study revealed that first impressions are so powerful that they can even affect our long-term attitudes and decisions. In other words, the first impression you make on someone could potentially influence how they perceive and interact with you for years to come. This is why greeting first is so important. It's your chance to take the reins, to shape that first impression in a favorable light. After all, we only get one shot at making a first impression. Why not make it a positive one? Clearly, the power of a positive first impression, initiated by a first greeting, can't be underestimated. So next time you're meeting someone new, remember to greet first. It's a small step that could make a big difference. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned about the importance of greeting first. We've traversed a fascinating journey together, delving into the art of greeting, the psychology behind it, its impact in professional settings, and the power of positive first impressions. We started our exploration with the art of greeting, understanding how this simple social ritual is a universal language that transcends borders and cultures. We learned that greeting first is a mark of respect, politeness, and good manners, setting the tone for the interaction that follows. Then we delved into the psychology behind greeting first. We uncovered that this small act can trigger positive emotions in the receiver, fostering a sense of belonging and inclusivity. It can also boost the greeter's confidence, making them appear more outgoing and charismatic. In the professional sphere, we discovered that greeting first can be a potent tool. It signals proactivity, leadership, and the willingness to take initiative. It can build trust, forge stronger relationships, and even tilt negotiations or business deals in your favor. We also discussed the power of positive first impressions. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Greeting first can help you seize control of the narrative from the outset, shaping how others perceive you. It can make you come across as friendly, approachable, and confident, attributes that can open many doors in both personal and professional life. Greeting first is not just about etiquette or formalities. It's a strategic move, a psychological hack, a tool for relationship building, and a way to make a memorable first impression. It's a small act that can have a profound impact on your interactions with others. So next time you enter a room or start a conversation, Remember the power of greeting first. It's a simple act with far-reaching benefits. After all, a good beginning makes a good ending.